Hello friends, I am back. It is so great to be back. Welcome to another vlog. I'm gonna try and not make this one super chatty even though I have so much to tell you guys because I have missed you so much. Welcome back to That Anxious Teacher and to a day in my life. I'm gonna jump back into things, starting small, just a day, not a week. I, over the summer, decided to take a break from my That Anxious Teacher social media. I just wanted to focus on family and relaxing. The end of the school year last year was exhausting and super draining and stressful, so I just needed to step back for my summer. I was also working on some other projects at the time that I might continue, that I'll probably continue, but they'll just be not much of a time commitment. So I decided I wanted to jump back into things. I'm not gonna be posting like on a schedule, like you're not gonna see stuff from me every single week, but I'm not gonna hold myself to any kind of schedule or anything like that just because I want to make sure I am doing this for me and enjoying it, and also so that I can connect with all of you. So it was a really great summer. We did our biannual trip where we go down to Utah to visit my family. So we went and visited my family, left the kids with my parents for the last weekend of the trip. And me and my husband went to Vegas, which was super fun. If you scroll back in my reels on my Instagram page, you can see the reel from Vegas and some, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, we are back at it. We are in the third week of school. We started school on September, what was it, the 5th? Is that the Tuesday after Labor Day? I think so. I didn't do any classroom setup vlogging or first week of school or first day of school or anything, just because I wanted to be really focused. And also with classroom setup, I didn't have to do a ton of new setup because I'm staying in the same room, same grade level, and my janitor was super amazing and let me leave most everything up. So I am gonna give you a classroom tour today though, so you can see the things that I've changed. I'm going to talk a little bit about what is different in my classroom and in my teaching style this year and how I'm feeling. And then I'll just take you through the day, talk about what we're going to do today, and take you along with me. So let's get started. Okay, so you'll notice that a lot is largely the same. I will put the video for last year's classroom tour up in the cards so that you can kind of do a little compare and contrast exercise. But let's just start at the door. So I've got this cute sign, welcome to Mrs. Coleman's classroom. I'm really focusing on our class chant or motto or whatever you will call it. It's, we are learning, we are special, we are kind, and we can do hard things. We say that every morning, right after the Pledge of Allegiance. And then at our end of the day meeting, which I call our see you later meeting, we say it again, but we add the word still. So like, I am still learning, I am still kind. And then we say, see you later. And then I line them all up at the door. And then of course my greetings are still the same. Wave, hug, fist bump. I got this on Teachers Pay Teachers a while ago. So I will try to post links to everything I have purchased in the description box below. Here is my bathroom chart. So I'm doing bathrooms a little bit differently this year. I'll show you when we get to the front of the room, but the bathrooms are either open or closed depending on what part of our day, and I have a light to do that with that I'll show you. And then if I say that they can go, they hold this up, this sign, and then I tell them they can go. Then they come, move their numbered clothespin to either the girls' bathroom or the boys' bathroom or the office, depending on where they're going. Then they go, quickly come back, move it back so that I know they're back. And that way I keep track of where all my kids are in the event of an emergency. This is my pencil sharpening station. So throughout the day, if kids need a pencil, they just put their dull one in here, grab a new sharp one, and no one is disrupted, and we don't have to listen to the pencil sharpener. This is my pride and joy. This is my spelling tree forest. So this was one of my big summer projects. I'm just gonna show it to you while I talk about it. So I went through, because we use the Amplify CKLA curriculum. I went through the curriculum, found all of the sound spellings that we learned throughout the year, put them on leaves or flower petals, depending on what kind of letter they are. My consonants are flowers, my vowels, vowel teams, and why am I forgetting what these are called? R blends are on trees and bushes. Consonant digraphs are on birds. And it just shows all of the sound spellings that we learn throughout the year. I feel like I found a really good font. The only problem with the font is the K. But otherwise, it was a really great font. It has the A that's not fancy. It has the, where's my G? The G that's not the fancy, crazy G. It was just the K that was messed up. So anyway, I made this. I'm thinking about putting it on TPT. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'd probably have to do it for free since I based it off of the CKLA curriculum, but maybe if I don't publicize it as a CKLA aligned product, then maybe I could sell it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm really proud. So I know it's really busy. We are getting a new building in 2 years, which is really exciting because we have a very old, outdated building. And I mean, I've got like 16 walls. Like, they're not, this building used to be open classroom floor plans. They put up the walls later, which I don't know how that worked. But anyway, we're getting a new building. So this, I'm gonna dedicate a whole wall to this so that I can spread it out so that it's not so busy. This is my student center. This is moved over to this side of the classroom this year. So during choice time, or if we're doing group projects and they need certain materials, they do not get scissors in their desk this year. Let me know how you feel about scissors in desks, because last year I was constantly cleaning up tiny pieces of paper all over the floor that they were cutting. So this year, scissors are only used with my permission when we need them, and the floor has been so much cleaner and kids have been so much less distracted. Okay, here I have my 10-drawer cart. I know my labels are not cute, and they're like stuck on with tape on the outside, but it works really well and it's right by my desk, so that's nice. This year I am doing a sticker store for my classroom management. So you guys might remember last year I had like a bunch of different prizes that they could save up for. I'm simplifying it this year. We are using Class Dojo, but not for parent communication, just for the point system. And so whenever they get 10 points and it's choice time, which is their free time, they can come to the sticker store, buy a sticker with their 10 points, and Class Dojo makes it really easy to for them to redeem their points and keep track and all that jazz. My desk area is largely the same. I moved this little number over here. This is our iReady lesson tracker. So whenever kids pass a lesson on iReady My Path, they can come put a sticker on here, and when it's full, we'll do something special. I'm not sure yet. Whiteboard markers are also not in desks this year because kids were drawing all over everything and always running the ink out. I have a clipboard right here that I'm not going to show you, but it is a way for me to keep track of dojo points without having to run to my computer every time. I just carry the clipboard with me. Up here on the board, we've got our 10 frames. And then we've got my bathroom, open, closed. We've got our date for the day. Voice levels, just for reference. I don't have lights with them this year just because they weren't very effective last year. My markers and popsicle sticks. Then we have our daily schedule over here. I will walk you through that another day because that's just going to be so much chatting and I want to tell you all about it. Oh, maybe I'll have to do it today. I don't know. There's so much I want to tell you. Timer, applause button, doorbell. Then over here is their lunch choices. Their magnets are over here, which I won't show you because it has their names. Here is our calendar. This is the same as last year. Calendar, weather, days of the week. I moved my beautiful bookshelf that my friend gave me over here. So this is our multicultural library, book of the month, and then just cute decorations. My library is now over here. So we've got one seat back here with a bunch of books, and then 3 seats over here, more books. And then I'm really proud of this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our schedule. So in the mornings, I go out and get the kids at 8:50. We walk around the building and in through the front door because last year, I would bring them in through the back door and half the kids would get distracted and not go hang up their backpacks first before doing everything else. So we go around so that we hang up our backpacks, get our stuff out. Then we come into the classroom for the first time and get set up. So anyway, they get all set up, make sure their water bottle is filled, make sure they have 2 sharp pencils. They get their Chromebook out of the cart and set it on the side of their desk. Make sure their lunch is put away. They move their magnet, go to the bathroom if they need to, and then they start their morning work, which I've been doing paper morning work on their desks, just because I'm really cutting down the time that I'm spending on morning work. I'm just having them work on it until attendance and lunch count is done, and then we jump into our day. So after I get attendance and lunch count and we do the pledge, listen to announcements, and do our chant, we put away our morning work, we come to the carpet, and this year I'm being so deliberate. Last year I was like, come to the carpet, sit anywhere, like not even in a square or anything. This year I'm like, we don't sit in this row. You sit in a square with your pockets on the floor, your legs either crisscross or up against your chest. You are in your own space. I'm just being so specific about what I want from them this year. Things are going so well. Because like, I didn't really care, but you have to care about how they do things if you want them to be under control, if that makes sense. So anyway, during morning meeting, we do our number of the day, which I got this idea from another teacher in my district and I loved it. So with the number of the day, so yesterday was day 10. We've been in school for 10 days. We do it in base 10 blocks. So we finally got to do our first 10 strip. The kids were pretty excited instead of just the little 1 squares. So we put our tape base 10 blocks. We put in the coin value of the day. So 10, we got our first dime yesterday. So we'll add a penny today. We write it in expanded form here and we mark if it's even or odd here. It's a great way to warm the kids up and like get their number sense going. Because this year I did some research for my master's degree, and the most effective way to use physical manipulatives in the classroom is to keep it simple and consistent. So I'm not going to be using a bunch of like counters or little teddy bears or blah, 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 blah. We're just using base 10 blocks this year because it makes it easier to manage behavior. I don't have to teach expectations for every new manipulative I use. And they apply it across the board to all different kinds of problems, which really helps build their number sense. So anyway, really proud of this little area because they're all facing me. We keep this row open and then they're each in their own square out here for morning meeting. Let's keep going. So this is my new student work wall. It's really cute over here. Nice that it's magnetized. That's helpful. Chromebook cart. My calm corner is right here now, which has been very helpful. I have a lot of kids this year that claim to be quite ill all the time. And it usually happens right when we're doing hard work. It's interesting how that works. We've got our syllable types up here. I need to get a math. Why am I forgetting the word? Poster? Can't remember. It'll come to me. You'll all put it in the comments, I'm sure. Lunch bucket, cupboard, back door. Here's where my kidney table is this year, and someone gave me these rainbow chairs, which is so great because my kids were having to carry their chairs over to the back table, which was chaotic, to say the least. So I've got my small group table, my small group materials, our sink, headphones, that's the same. Jobs are largely the same, and we're back to the front door. So I just got a new student last night. So I had 24. Now we have 4 second grade classes at our building. I'm just gonna get set up while I'm talking. We have 4 second grade classrooms in our building and we're all now at least 25. I had to get ready for that new student to come today. So I got all of his stuff ready, added him to the birthday board, made sure all of his materials are in his desk, all that good stuff. So now I'm gonna get set up for the day and then I'll pick you back up to tell you what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, so before we go over our day, I just wanna talk about this new school year. So last year, I survived the year. We all did. And my students made growth, and we had a lot of amazing experiences and memories, and it was an incredible first year of teaching. But the end was a train wreck. I'm going to put like my last vlog of last year in the cards here, and just watch and see if you can see the anxiety just under the surface, or maybe it burst out of the surface. I don't know. But anyway, this year I am coming in with so much more preparedness, it feels like. I have very specific expectations for my students during every part of the day, and I am reminding them and reiterating them every moment of our day. And the kids are just flourishing. I'm learning these kids, they just need to know what's expected of them. And me giving them these really specific expectations and just hammering it in consistently is just kicking off our year so well. Like, for example, just coming to the carpet. Like last year, I would turn on a song and say, all right, everybody come to the carpet. And they would all like crawl or run or jump or talk to their friends or take their time and just, eventually come to the carpet, and it would take forever. And I was like, come on guys, let's hurry, come to the carpet for our meeting. And it just was not the vibe that we needed. And this year I say, all right, friends, when I see that you are sitting quietly, your body is calm, your desk is clear, we have put away the things that we were doing before, I'm going to invite you to come to the carpet and sit in this square. Your body is only in this square. You are not touching your friends. You are not talking. And when they struggle, I have a student do an example, like, let's have this student show us how it's done, blah, blah, blah. And I just reaffirm the same thing every day, and it's incredible. You guys, all you have to do is care about how they do it and make sure that they do it that way, and they're happy, I'm happy, we're getting things done. It's amazing. It's so funny because with this new way that I'm doing things, I am so much less stressed, and every day is a good day. And granted, I do have different kids this year, and they do have a calmer vibe than last year, but I think a lot of it is the way that I'm running things. And one of my teacher friends told me this the other day. We were talking, and then as she was leaving, she turned back and said, you just seem so much more zen this year. And I said, I feel so much more zen. I just feel like things are under control, and we're going to be able to do some amazing things this year because my kids are going to be focused and attentive and know what's expected of them. And I just love the growth and progress you can make in this job, and the ways that you can just learn every day how to run things better and how to be a better teacher. And I don't know, it's a profession that allows for so much growth and experimentation. Like, you can try things and see what works for you and your teaching style and your kids. And I don't know, it's just such an adventure. So I just thought I would share that. Okay, so today, when my kids come in and get all of their things done for the day, they are going to start on a worksheet on their desk. I will attach the morning work bundle in the description box below. It's a great little bundle, just some review and practice for math and ELA, just to kind of warm them up for the day. Really simple stuff that they can work on quietly while we get our morning things done. Then we will have morning meeting, where we do our number of the day, our calendar, weather, go through our daily schedule, and then we also have a question of the day where they get to vote. It's like a would you rather, and they vote because we want to make it quick. And then we do a quick popsicle poll discussion on our character strong trait for the month, and this month it's respect. And every day I have a little prompt to guide the discussion. So it's either a picture or a question or a quote by someone, and we discuss that. I usually draw 3 sticks. Then they quietly go back to their desks and we start our knowledge lesson. So like I said before, we have CKLA Amplify for our ELA curriculum. And so right now we are doing Fairy Tales and Tall Tales, that unit. So we're going to start with that. Then we'll move into our MLL small groups, because I'm the MLL cluster teacher for second grade this year. So I have the multilingual learner students. And so I pull them in the back, pre-teach them our ELA lesson while the other kids are working on iReady reading or finishing up their diagnostic, because we're still finishing up that because we use iReady for our math curriculum and for reading support. So they're all on their computers. I'm with my small group. When we finish, we start our whole group skills lesson with CKLA. After that, we do what I call a daily focus. And so after that lesson, our daily focus on Tuesdays is fluency. So we practice reading a fluency passage, talk about aspects of fluency that are important, speed, volume, all that good stuff. Mondays are spelling words. We go over our spelling words. Wednesdays are syllabication. Thursdays we have PE at that time because we don't have specials on Mondays this year. Second grade doesn't. So we get 2 specials in a day on Thursdays for my class. Then Friday, we assess fluency and spelling during that time. After that, we have a writing block. And so we're going to be working on our Student Treasures book. If you guys haven't heard of Student Treasures, it's awesome. It's this company sends you this whole publishing kit. And you get, if you do all the directions and stuff, your classroom gets a free copy of the published book in like a hardcover. And that's what I keep every year from my class, is like my souvenir from that class. And the kids are all so proud of themselves and they can order copies too. It's so fun. So last year our book was Astronaut Rock. I'll put that in the cards. I think I did like a post, like a video about it. Astronaut Rock and the Adventures of Second Grade Space. So they all invented their own planet and the astronaut went on adventures. So that was fun. This year we're doing Mrs. Coleman's Computer Crashers, because the kids decided that one day we were all working on our Chromebooks and suddenly we all got sucked into our Chromebooks and went on adventures inside our Chromebooks. So that is what we're going to start brainstorming today. Then it will be time for lunch, or actually the kids go to recess first now and then they go to lunch. So it's reverse from last year. And so I watch them for the last 15 minutes of their lunch instead of the first 15 minutes of their lunch. And I have lunch before that. So then I bring them back to class. My kids get on iReady Math, MyPath, or finishing their diagnostic. And I will pull my MLL small group to pre-teach them our math lesson. Then we do our whole group iReady Math lesson. We're on lesson 1, session 3 today. And then after that, they go on to a site called Reflex Math that the PTA at our school purchased this year. And then we go to recess right after that. And then once we get back from recess, that'll normally be like our small group time, because we're a Title I school, so kids will get pulled for title services. And then after that, they come back and we will do our weekly science lesson, which we do on Tuesdays. All good? Okay, cool, thanks. And today we are going to be talking about matter and the building blocks of everything. So we're going to be using actual building blocks to do that, which, by the way, I need to get those put together this morning. And then we do our end of day routine, which includes our see you later meeting. We get everything put away, pick up all trash, put up our chairs, come to the carpet, and then we do this cute thing that I made up. We go through this poem and everyone gets to share one thing from the poem. So it's something old, something new, something that was hard to do, something you wonder, something fun, a way you're proud of someone. So I made that up. I'm very proud of it. So the first thing, something old. So I say, does anyone have something that you have learned that you already knew, but that you were reminded of today? So then they share. Then something new, something you didn't know before. What's something new you learned? Then something that was hard to do. So something that one kid shares something that was hard to do today. Something you wonder. So that's if we started learning something today that you still have questions about, what's your question? Then something fun. So just what's something fun you did today? And then the last one is a way you're proud of someone. So this is one kid's chance to highlight something that someone else did in the classroom. So we go through each of those. Then we do our end of day chant. We say, see you later. Then I dismiss them by rows that are ready to go line up at the door. And today they will go to PE and they'll get dismissed home from PE. So we do our end of day routine. I walk them down to PE and then they'll leave from PE at the end of the day. So Mondays, we don't have specials, but we do have our early release day. So we're out an hour early on Mondays. So it's kind of like when I have teacher directed days, it's like I have planning time, but otherwise I have them all day Mondays. Tuesdays, we just have PE, which is 30 minutes. So they have that at the end of the day. So Tuesday is my long day. Wednesday, they have music, which is an hour. So they have that for the last hour of the day. Thursday, they have PE in the morning and then library in the afternoon. So that's my super planning day. And then Friday, they have art at the end of the day, which is an hour. So my longest day is Tuesday, but it's fun because we get to do science. So, and like I said, the routines I have in place are so structured that we're not worn out by the end of the day. And we got this. So that's our day. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go get the science blocks ready for science. And then I might work on a little bit of school because I still have, how long do I have? Like 35 minutes until it's time to go get the kids. So I might work on a little bit of school. I'm currently working on my second master's degree in curriculum and instruction. My first master's degree was in multilingual learner education, which is why I get the multilingual cluster this year. So I might work on an assignment for that, or I might actually, I'm probably going to start coloring the cover of our Student Treasures book because that's more fun. So anyway, I will now, you can be done listening to me talk so much because I'm just going to get you some footage from today and then we're going to call it a day. So yeah, let's get started on the rest of this video. G?
Because B has the 2 in the front. Because the 2 and 2 are together.
Oh, I like that.
And the
Very
5
good.
and 5 in C are together.
Very good connection, G. Kadeem reads 9 books in June. Then he reads 3 more books in July. Go ahead and solve that in your head. And then when you have your answer, tell a friend how you solved it. All right, friends, who wants to share a strategy of how they solved this problem? Beautiful. How many of you use the same strategy? Very good. So let's draw that out. Kadeem read 9 books in June. He read 3 more books in July. We're starting with 9. Let's build a number bond. Who is 9's 10, buddy?
1.
1. How many more do we need from 1 to make 3? 2. Okay, friends, so we're going to learn another new strategy. We know making 10s. We've got that one pretty good. Let's learn how to count on. This is what I also call punching it out. So you're going to do a punching motion with me without hitting anyone. You're going to make it really small, okay? So we're going to punch it out. So you're going to first say the first number in the equation. So we have 9 plus 3. So when you punch, you say 9, okay? So do a little tiny punch. Don't hit anyone. 9. And then you count with your fingers. 10, 11, 12. You make sure you have this many fingers when you're counting on. And you're going to land on the right answer. So we go 9, 10, 11, 12. That's counting on. Let's try punching it out or counting on with another one. Let's do 8 plus 5. Punch it out with me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 5 fingers because we were adding 5. And what number did we land on? 13. Let's do another one. Let's do 7 plus 4. Punch it out with me. Ready? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we stop on 4, so we're just adding 4 and we landed on 11. Let's do one more. Let's do 5 plus 6. Okay, I'm going to need 2 hands for this. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we did 6 more fingers because we were adding 6 and we landed on 11.
2 11.
So now we have 2 strategies in our tool belt. We have making a 10 when we're adding, and we have punching it out or counting on. Let's go through our doubles. What is 1 plus 1?
2.
2. What is 2 plus 2?
4.
What is 3 plus 3?
6.
You may already know that in your head. I could use punching it out, but that would take a lot of fingers. I could use making a 10, but I might have to write that one down because 7's pretty big. I can also use doubles plus 1. What is 7? Could 7 also be 6 plus 1?
Yes.
Yes. What's 6 plus 6? We know that. That's a double. What's 6 plus 6?
12.
12. Plus 1 more?
11.
Close. Plus 1 more.
13.
13. Hello, my friends. And as it goes, I am now driving home. I was able to get 1 clip today, and that was during our math lesson. And that was actually the highlight of our day. Our math lesson went really well. All of our ELA in the morning went well. My kids were a little squirrely though, so I had to be really on top of them. So it wasn't really the ideal time for me to film. But we were really productive and got a lot done. And then after math was over and after recess, someone in the building pulled the fire alarm and created a unexpected fire drill that completely threw my kids off for the rest of the day. So when we got back inside, all we had left to do was science before it was time to pack up and go. So I decided to really slow things down. And we watched a video that I found about matter instead of doing our matter experiment. Not experiment, but just like lab. And we just watched that video and then did our packing up and getting ready to go routine very slowly and deliberately and calmly. And then I took them down to PE and finished off the day. Had to go to the store. Heading home now. do along, kind of. Sorry this was such a chatty vlog, but it's really nice to be back. I've missed you guys. Please comment below. Let me know how your year is going so far. And I just can't wait to interact with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to find me on Instagram at ThatAnxiousTeacher. Like this video, subscribe, comment below, do all the things. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Something